Kristopher Knutson, or Christ, testifies during a criminal trial at the Winham Superior Court Criminal Division on Friday, July 28, 2023.
Over that label, these individuals who prescribe to this belief system are typically seen as violent extremists. I've never been associated with that movement. I've never identified myself as a sovereign citizen. In fact, the definition of a citizen is a person, and the definition of a person is a fictional entity. So to call me a sovereign fictional entity, to me that doesn't even make any sense. So the answer is no, I'm absolutely not a sovereign citizen. I'm just simply opposed to fraud and deception. Prescription medication, it's, some people know it as Adderall. I was prescribed this medication. I found it beneficial, but there was a dark side to this medication. The benefits that I realized from this medication were an increased focus. It helped me to do my job. I'm a truck driver, I haul gasoline for a living. And it made me feel as though I couldn't make a mistake in my job. And that's important in my line of work. That went along with this medication. And I really like that. It made me feel good.
Try and bring them in.
So I believe you said you did not own any firearms on that date, is that correct?
That's correct.
Did you own any property on that date?
Did I own any property? I would say no.
Okay. Were there, and did you have access to those firearms?
Yes, I did.
Did you possess them?
I did.
And had you been the one to purchase those firearms with money?
Yes, I did.
Okay. 4:15 p.m. did some deputies come to your house?
I did.
And did they give you a copy of this document?
Who am I?
I'm asking if did you get a copy of this document?
Who am I?
I just am wondering if you got a copy of this document.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Okay. Look, can I speak here?
Well,
I'm confused. I just need clarification.
So you're to do your best to answer the questions.
Do my best.
You will have an opportunity potentially on redirect to clarify, but do your best just to answer the question that the state is asking. If you are unable to answer the question, you may say so.
Names and citizens and so on and so forth, okay? There's a particular name on that.
and
Okay.
I'm not meaning to interrupt, but I'm
Well, you are.
gonna try.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just refer to you as you. I won't refer to you as anyone else.
That doesn't work for me.
Okay, how should I refer to you?
I am a human being, and a human being is a flesh and blood soul.
Okay. So how can I convey to you that, so Mr. Ammons, when he was questioning you, he said, how did you feel that day? And you were answering those questions. I wanna be able to ask you questions like that about actions you took. I don't need to refer to you by any name or anything else.
Can I see the document again? Okay, so it says here, as I stated, I cannot speak to this any further because I think you know what's going on here. You know I know. All the documents that I've sent to you over the course of the last 2 years.
Mr. Nevis, can you move on with your next question, please?
Sure. The document ended up language matters, okay? There's a difference between English and legalese. Legalese We
Sir.
don't speak that. So I
Sir,
have to tread lightly here. I have to be very, very careful.
sir,
People,
absolutely.
people have to understand what's
Sir,
going on
again.
here.
Sir,
It's like a magic trick.
sir, um,
Any magic, that's all.
please do your best to answer the question that is asked.
When,
I'm fully aware that the manner in which that I'm dealing with you right now might be seen as irritating to the jury, but I have to default to the position that I took earlier. There's a problem with the language. It's a fundamental problem with the language. I don't know.
okay, I'm gonna ask my next question. You said you had firearms in your house on September 2nd, correct?
I think it would be beneficial if we start from the beginning with the document. The document says Kristopher
So,
Knutson.
I'm gonna ask another question.
What is Kristopher Knutson?
I'm gonna ask another question. I have
That's a
states.
terrible picture. Oh, man.
Does it depict you?
Did you cherry pick that picture?
The only picture I had of you.
It's the only one?
Do you have this picture? Or is this a picture of you?
Of me?
Yes.
I am a flesh and blood soul. That looks like me in a flesh and blood suit. Yes. I'm a child of God. I'm a son of God. You start me issues.
Sir? Wait for a question, please, and then answer the question as to your
I'm only human. I'm doing the best I can, and that's the truth. I'm under stress.
You made a 911 call on September 2nd around 5:20 p.m. Is that correct?
If you have some evidence, you can play the evidence.
Well, I'm asking you, did you make a phone call at 5:20 p.m.?
You're asking me questions that you don't need to. If you have some evidence, go ahead and play it. It speaks for itself.
Vermont 911, where is your emergency?
Where's my emergency?
Yes.
My emergency's right here.
Okay, where's right here?
7,005.
Okay, what's going on?
I got a temporary order. I gotta vacate the premises immediately and hand over my gun.
Okay,
So, send the troops.
okay, and you're calling from 802-258-7526?
Whatever you say, send them over. Nobody's being in this house unless it's in a body bag. Send them over.
So that's at 38 seconds.
What does this have to do with?
You sent various text messages at different points in time to Nicole, starting on September 2nd. Is that correct?
Are we talking about Kristopher Knutson?
I'm asking if the person, the flesh and blood soul in that chair,
Is a flesh and blood soul a person?
I don't know.
Are you qualified to make legal determinations?
Depends on who you ask.
Are you a member of the bar?
I am.
Well, I certainly you should be.
So,
So what's a person? Can you at least tell me what a person is?
Sir, again,
Okay,
thank you.
okay?
Sir, focus on answering the question.
Not good. This is actually the crux. It wasn't, the straw that broke the camel's back was the basket. But I've been into this stuff for a long, long time. This is the crux of the issue.
Sir,
It's the fraud and the deception is
Sir.
what I cannot tolerate.
sir,
so on September 7th, with a firearm in your hand. Is that correct?
I think think you're putting the cart before the horse. There's some fundamental issues that have not been resolved that I don't have an understanding of, and neither do the jurors. And quite honestly, I feel like they're interested, they wanna know.
Sir,
Okay.
I cannot. I think I've made it clear that there's some monkey business going on here, and that's what the law is. As long as there's monkey business going on, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Okay.
Everything has to be legitimate. If you can't articulate to me what it is that a person is, then how are they gonna know what's going on in here?
So are
Maybe
you,
they're not persons.
are you unwilling to answer my questions?
I'm not unwilling to answer questions.
Okay, then answer me this
I'm
question.
trying to understand the nature of this proceeding. What's at the core of it?
And there's a time to understand that. That time's not now. This is a time
Well,
for questions.
due process says that happens in the beginning, not somewhere down the line. That's why it's called a process. You don't go somewhere down the line and pick up down here when it hasn't, when the legitimacies of the thing has not been established at the onset. You have to establish the legitimacy, and what I'm saying is that there's a lot of fraud and deception that's wrapped up in that document. And if there's fraud and deception wrapped up in that document, and you try to give it to me, and I already understand what's behind it with regards to the fraud and deception, it doesn't apply to me. It has to be lawful.
I
If
understand.
you've got something to hide, then take it and leave. I don't want anything to do with it. You can't come up and tell me who I am, what I am, because where does it end? It's never gonna end. That's why the kids end up getting masked. There's nobody to understand what's going on. Everybody's on autopilot. And if anybody asks any questions, man, don't you do that. See, that's why I've been in a jail cell for the last 2
All right.
years.
members of the jury, we're going to take a break.
All rise for
And
the
then
jury.
be reminded this morning that certain topics were not admissible evidence in this proceeding, and your custodial status was one of those. Mr. Nevins, do you have any further cross-examination for the defendant?
I do.
Please give me a proffer as to the areas that you wish to explore with the defendant.
Before I do, I would ask the court to hold him in contempt.
I am not going to do that. Right now, I have warned the defendant repeatedly.
I swear to God, I'm doing the best I can.
Sir,
I'm shaking. I'm
Sir,
stressed
I
out.
appreciate that this is a difficult and stressful situation.
I don't want to go back into a cage.
Sir, I appreciate that this is a difficult and stressful situation. We are doing our best, the court is doing its best to get this process moved forward, consistent with the Constitution and protection of your rights, and in a manner that ensures your due process rights are fully and completely protected. Mr. Nevins, again, can I please have a proffer as to other areas that you expect to